Hello, and welcome, my Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon to full moon next in August 2021? I'm your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Got Mal, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, now on Kindle, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal, makes it much easier, I think, than saying all of that. I am a Virgo, sun sign conjunct Jupiter, and then I got Saturn, Pluto and Uranus conjunct next to it, but let's leave Uranus out of this. Stinky. So let's get down to this reading. But a couple of things, though. I am going out of town for a little bit, traveling upstate New York to see my family next week. Monday, I will be back on Thursday. So on my Buffer app, which is a wonderful social media app that you can, this is not a sponsor, this is something I've had for a long time, and I love the app. Allows you to schedule posts in advance. So I am posting a lot of my old catalog, particularly my stuff on VIMEO.com, my on-demand stuff. You want to check it out, you certainly can, and the easiest way to do that, follow me on Twitter at ProfWitch, at PROFWATCH, for short for Professional Witch, or the Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page. I'm posting them there too. And I think your best bet ever, though, honestly, you can find me on LinkedIn too if you want. I'm on LinkedIn. I post on LinkedIn too. But probably the most fun option is the Angelo Lyons Mal for short private Facebook group. It is private. No one knows you're in it, but you can find it. Some private groups you can't find. You need a link. You can find me on there. And of course, there's linky winkies in the description box for you all, and if you'd like to book me for a personal read, I did a video on that, booking a reading with Mal, explaining what goes down in a reading with me before, during, and after, as well as the different platforms we can do it on and how to book me. Cool. All that is in the description box, as well as my book, Words of Grace, on Kindle, $9.99 USD. Enough advertisement. Let's get down to work, shall we, Virgo? Because it is what we do best. We're doing a 5-card draw, 1 card for 5 different decks, each consecrated to a different pantheon of the divine, which I'm intimately contracted to work with and then work through me, as well as they represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, spirit. I know, it sounds like Captain Planet, but it is essentially the 4 holistic bodies merged with spirit, to help you get clues, tips, and hints you need about a specific timeline. And let's talk about this timeline. It's a little tricky. We are looking at, oh, please pardon the weed whacking in the background. It's supposed to pour rain, so they're trying to get it done. And I want to get this video done today because I have a date tomorrow. I gotta get the house ready. I have a tentative dinner date with a Leo, Clark Kent, as I have nicknamed him. Looks like some of them readers were right. Somebody from the past that I was not expecting appeared out of nowhere, texted me last week. So we're gonna get a pizza and hang out and catch up and see what else happens. I know, I'm so excited. I mean, I gotta clean the house though. He's a Leo. He probably doesn't care, but I'm a Virgo. I do. So yeah, we're looking at this new moon, 8/8. I know, Lionsgate, blah, blah, blah. I was around when it first came through in the early 90s. Shield and Sharula, look up those names. Live in Telos, an underground city under Mount Shasta. Okay, all right, I was working for Solara at the time with the 1111. I was like, look, Ma, now there's an 8/8. Pissed her off a little bit. Anyway, that being said, it is a tricky one this time. Not so much the new moon in Leo. That's lovely. 9:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm from New York. You know, we don't always tell you where we're from. Said no one ever. But then we're looking at a waxing moon read, right? From new to full. And this is where it gets tricky. The full moon is actually, the moon goes void, of course, 8 a.m. Eastern on the 22nd, which is also a Sunday, then goes full 2 minutes later. Like, it couldn't have waited. So you might want to do your full moon stuff before 8 a.m. on Sunday to get the waxing side of it, or I should say on Saturday, unless you're getting up that early. Goes void of course, right? So the actual moment of full moon is not in a sign. Void of course, look it up. But then it will go into Pisces, 8:43 a.m. So you can still catch that full moon energy, but it would be in Pisces if you do it later in the day. Otherwise, you know, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, blah, blah, blah. You want to book me, you know how. Otherwise, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. I will do you the same favor there to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can. All right, enough exposition, do you think? I know Virgos like a little exposition. I give you a little bit more than usual. Please take a nice deep breath, and please forgive the sound of weed whacking in the background. It is beyond my control. Serenity now. Here we go. We're going to start with your element of fire, the magic spell cards. You know, I'm going to say it, Lucy Cavendish, because I love the name, Lucy Cavendish, to help you focus your element of fire, what you want, what you desire. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, please, one card in clarity for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the perfect magical spell card? A little bit of a spell fragment there to help them focus their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what they desire, they cast for, intend for, however they do their thing this new moon to full moon in August 2021. Well, I'm sure it's in the title. How could I not put this in the title? Sensuality. Because it's our reading, not theirs. Love it. The spell fragment. Your freedom flowing from far away. I dance. I love. I laugh. I play. I'm down. Let's keep going. That speaks for itself. Not bad for a new moon in Leo, which is all, you know, creativity and good fortune and pleasure and basking in the sun. Lovely. Let's get you your element of earth, the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. A little piece of earth to help you ground this. It is our element. I'm claiming this is my read. I don't care what else hits the table. I'll take it. Sensuality, which is different than sexuality. Sensuality is like crushed velvet, creme brulee. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. I'm down, totally. So let's see. Archangel Ariel is dedicated to this deck. One of the archangels of the north, the powers of earth. My personal archangel. She is, after all, the archangel of Lyons. And my name is Angelo Lyons. You take your synchronicities where you find them. Breathe. Giggle, giggle. As I call upon my beloved archangel Ariel of the north, powers of earth, hence the Crystal Oracle. What is the Oracle message? Maybe the stone involved, whether they have it, whether they want it, whether they can order it in time if they don't. All of that, some of that to help them manifest this sensuality in their element of fire, right? What is their Crystal Oracle, my beloved Ariel, this new moon to full moon next August 2021. Oh, the Coochie Coochie Stone, Charoite. Now, I had a piece of it back in the 90s. Not the least expensive stone I ever bought, but I think you can substitute this pretty easily with an amethyst. If you don't know why it's the Coochie Coochie Stone, you are a millennial. Generation Y, Generation X. I'm Generation X. Thank you. Charoite. Coochie Coochie Coochie. Acceptance, generosity, clarity, and inner vision. So for the clarity and inner vision, you can easily replicate that, at least with a clear quartz and an amethyst. Charoite is a highly spiritual crystal that helps awaken higher wisdom. That is true. You are being asked to accept the current events and bring your focus within. Meditation. All will become clear through meditation. This is a time for reflection and contemplation, a time to allow your inner wisdom to guide you. I think particularly in terms of sensuality, it's like, it's not the same for everybody, but we can use sensuality as an escape as well. you will realize that there is nothing you need to change and that all is as it should be. So it feels like things are falling into place, but we can have doubts about that. You know, there is a divine plan in play, whether we know it or not. Trust, exclamation point. Even though the current flow of events is confusing, there is a divine order to the madness. There's always a divine plan in play, right? The divine plan was set into play at the Big Bang, right? We're not changing it at this time, but we have free will within that plan, just like a video game, right? Turn left, doesn't matter. Another variant turns right. Can't screw up the divine plan. It is only through love and acceptance that the divine order can be seen. So you gotta say, okay, now, you know, acceptance is a tricky thing. I do recommend the work of Eckhart Tolle. I have for decades. The Power of Now. Accept what is just in the moment. I am feeling this. Accept what is. And my mantra for acceptance, I learned from Matt Kahn. We're doing his healing mantra deck last. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to not understand this. It just creates that little breathing room that Virgos need. Because when were we ever congratulated for not knowing the answer? Right? For not knowing. So to be in confusion and not know, acceptance, and to love yourself through this, right? That can be a very interior, sensual experience, but I'm getting a little bit more than that on that. You will be touched by someone's generosity in the next few days. I hope within the next 24 hours for me. Although I wasn't feeling done in, like I couldn't win. I hadn't only ever kissed before. You better like this video if you get what that's from. Rocky. Let's, it's very Virgo, right? Rocky, element of earth. Let's do your element of air. Healing with the Angels Oracle. Who are the angels you need to think about, read about, research, pray to, light some incense to, however you do you. To feed the fire, right? Air needs fire. Also to be supported by that element of earth, charoite. Please take a nice deep breath. Waiting to inhale. Here we go. I call upon all my beloved angels and archangels of earth and the direction of north, the Arielites, the Urielites, the Orielites. Please, one card in clarity. Who are the healing angels that we are best to call upon? The perfect angels for us to work with. The healing angels, our element of air here to feed the element of fire for sensuality with that charoite. Meditation, right? Generosity coming in, higher wisdom going on there. What's the element of air there? No, not a flipper, okay. What is the element of air there? You would have us add to this equation this new moon to full moon next. For the Virgo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Listening. Listening. Now, the healing angels of listening. Couple of things going on there. I'm going to go with what they're showing me. Number one, every prayer is heard, every prayer is answered, but we don't see it that way, right? Because, well, there are different modalities of prayer. Greg Braden, there's a video on YouTube. But certainly to know that you are being heard. But we can pray for something, a really, a petitionary prayer. Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Well, maybe there is a Mercedes-Benz in your future, right? How often are our desires a form of intuition of what's coming, but we can certainly get confused about it. We can certainly go, why isn't it coming, right? And you burn your vision board and make a new one. Not that helpful anymore, I don't think. So listening, listen to your guidance, listen to your grace. It's both ways. That's why we've got a woman and an angel here. You see that? Listening. Take the time to be still, right? To meditate, to go within, to get the energy that you need. And maybe you'll be touched by someone's generosity. Let's keep going. Our element of water. This is the Party Turner deck. All of a sudden, the party hath been turned. Whispers of Love Oracle. Your element of water. If any of you have been watching me since I got this deck, you know, all of a sudden it's like spiritual connection, soulmate, romance. It's a game changer. Voices of the higher self. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, let's give it to him right between the eyes as I call upon the higher selves of all involved, perhaps my own included. One card in clarity for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What's going on in the element of water here? The whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, and insight that we need for our element of water, the emotional power that really does fuel every spell, intention, like what we're feeling here. What's the clue, tip, or hint you got there for us for this element of fire, sensuality, element of earth, charoite, element of air, listening, our element of water for this new moon to full moon next August 2021 is appreciate this moment. Appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. Look, I get this, that oftentimes when we are in confusion, it's hard to appreciate the confusion we are in. Hence this charoite, high vibrational stone. Get up into them upper chakras however you can. Listen to your guidance and grace, because they never tell you how the story ends. I could give you biblical references. I could give you scriptural references, all sorts of different traditions, that they never tell them how the movie ends. It's not the point. I mean, what is the point of coming in as an incarnate soul into this world with all these probabilities, not knowing the whole story, the whole plan, to know that it ends? Well, death and taxes, we know that part, but other than that, right? To just be in this moment and appreciate where you are. You're going through something very worthwhile. And with sensuality, there is a feeling of freedom here, right? Your freedom flowing from far away. Now, is that far away from above in? Is it horizontally in? But it's flowing towards you. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. You may not know how. You may not know any of the deets of how that's going to happen. And to get that, there's nothing you need to change. It's all, there's a divine plan in play to listen to the higher wisdom and guidance indicated in that charoite card, and appreciate this moment, because there is growth going on here. Not just to grow, but to find love. And I feel like that is inner as well as outer. And a sensual love, I'm down for this. So let's get our last card down. The Healing Mantra Deck by Matt Kahn. You know, he did that video on soulmates that I recommend. What is it? Soul Contracts, Twin Flames and Soulmates Redefined. Go watch him on YouTube. He's a genius. I want to reach out to him and say, could you keep talking about that? Because there are people on YouTube who are working with this really old, clunky, toxic version and definition. Check him out. He's wonderful. Hay House author, but really, he doesn't consider himself as a YouTuber, but his channel, Matt Kahn, All for Love, is very much worth checking out. All right, Healing Mantra Deck. I would love to come out and say that this is a soul contract read, but it's really not spelling itself out. Only is that. That could be that. This could be romantic with that sensuality thing. We shall see. Let's get you a healing mantra. Breathe. As I call to the Ascended Masters, I'm going to say General Assembly. Leave the card in my hand. What is the perfect healing mantra for the Virgo collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, their element of spirit, right? So that they can charge this spell, this intention, this work, starting at new moon with the element of fire, sensuality, their freedom flowing from far away. We dance, we love, we laugh, we play with charoite, not the easiest stone to get a hold of. But certainly that thing of meditation, really rising up into the higher chakras, getting a glimpse, the acceptance and loving themselves that they don't have all the answers, because none of us do. So maybe they get a little glimpse of the divine plan here, and then with that healing angel of listening there and the element of air, that they really just listen, and not just, you know, with their ears, to really listen to what's going on in them in this meditation, their own intuition, as well as know that their prayers are being heard and being answered in a larger scheme than they know. And so that they are to appreciate this moment, the power of now, that each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. This one in particular This really feels like inner and outer, right? The inner love as well as the outer expression of it coming, flowing from far away to, let's say, us, just for fun. What is our perfect healing mantra, my beloved Ascended Masters, this new moon in Leo to full moon, month of August? Dispelling sadness. This is something that is so key. It feels like things are queued up for you to have something really lovely and sensual happen. Now that could be a good bowl of soup, I'm well aware, right? You know, a good cream and tomato soup, right? This could be all sorts of different ways this sensuality manifests, but then why bring you up into those higher chakras with the charaway, with the healing angels of listening? They're going to heal you by your listening, as well as heal your ability to listen, inner and outer, and to appreciate this moment. Dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest I need, right? The rest. Virgos were, I'm going to say, we're the hardest workers. I think Capricorns are a bit more nose to the grindstone than we might be. But certainly as a self-employed corporate president, Virgo, I know that if I don't get my rest, I burn out, and then the readings suffer, not just on camera, like with my clients. So I've really had to take my rest. In fact, as soon as I start feeling that sadness, I have learned that is the ego unraveling. It's a good thing. Matt Kahn's second book, Everything Is Here to Help You. Really, really good book. All three of his books are really good. But dispelling sadness in particular might very well, oh, here we go, thank you, when you are sad and when you are crying and your heart is open and you are in prayer, right? You are in practice. You are allowing yourself the space to feel and heal. Your tears become holy water and bless you and everyone around you. And I have found that certainly to be true. Dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest I need, not necessarily the rest we want, right? When sadness dissolves, you're able to acknowledge upheavals of emotion as profound healings taking place. In other words, there's nothing wrong because you're feeling sad. What if you're an empath? And I don't mean the narcissist versus empath, maybe that too. But I mean feeling other people's energies and emotions in your own cell tissue. It's very confusing until you realize you might be an intuitive, and every chakra has its own form of empathy. Okay, now they're right outside my door. I'm sure you can hear them. I'm thinking of pausing the video, but we're almost done. I'll just talk over them. I'm from New York. Right, so know that there is a healing transformation taking place. As a result, you are inspired to give your body the rest and rejuvenation it needs, rather than to push yourself into states of imbalance, which I think happens. For Virgos, we tend to give more than we receive, so to give yourself the space that you need should you start feeling some sadness. As you dissolve sadness, you become aware of the vital role downtime plays in helping you recharge your energy field. This mantra is ideal for dealing with depression, fighting against time. Virgos, we fight against time. Gotta get it done, and learning how to relax. Learning how to relax. This feels almost like a waning moon read, like there is a clearing out, there is a releasing of fear. But this card of sensuality feels delicious. I will claim this for myself. To just be here now as you go, not the easiest thing. That's why spiritual practice exists. But if you can get a hold of a piece of charoite, I think I might actually have a piece somewhere. Not a bad idea, but like I said, clear quartz, amethyst, maybe a little sigillite if you have it laying around, could go a long way. Let me put this together for you in a blessing. I love you, my Virgs. Hang in there. Breathe. Yeah, for some of you, you're definitely not just emotional, vibrational empaths, but you might be a physical empath too, where you're picking up other people's body pain. It's a diagnostic skill, not a way of life. Just saying. Breathe. They are literally right outside my window. Here we go. I can do this. I'm a tree. I can bend. As I call upon my collective pantheons of the divine, my collective pantheons of guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, ancestors, and higher selves, I called in all of them for us, please. May the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, perhaps myself included, be blessed with all that we need. This new moon in Leo, waxing to that weird full moon in August, that we may dispel any sadness that's going on. We will feel better once we get the rest that we need, and appreciating this moment as we do that, because each and every situation has an opportunity for us to grow and find love, and certainly calling upon the healing angels of listening is going to be a benefit to any Virgo who does that. We can hear something vertically rather than horizontally, because there's too much to hear horizontally, but also will heal us in our ability to listen, working with a piece of charoite or something similar to get into that meditation, to get into that clarity, to activate that higher wisdom stored within our crown chakras and above, so that we can get that glimpse of the divine plan and really appreciate that moment. And maybe that sadness is a release of pain, of all the stress that we have held on to, trying to make things happen when they were scheduled to happen anyway, so that we can manifest the sensuality we most want and desire, our freedom flowing from far away. We dance, we love, we laugh, we play for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. And so it is. Yay! I'm just not thrilled about the lawnmowers outside, but yeah, better them mowing it than me. I'd rather be in here doing this. So there's your reading, my beloved Virgos. If you liked it, like it, want more, subscribe, follow me on social media. Like I said, I'm taking a couple of days off. I'm going to be recording from my cell phone, and I'm bringing my tech with me. I'll follow the inspiration there, but my sister is going to be up there with her husband. I haven't seen them in a while, and it's going to be great. We're going on a picnic up in Saratoga. I'm so psyched for that. And I'm going to, of course, be visiting the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs, probably picking up a new divination deck of some way, shape, or form. So follow along. If you haven't subscribed, you might want to, and do check out my book, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. I think you'll like it, and like I said, I got a lot of VIMEO stuff posting on Twitter, the Facebook page, Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page, the Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short, private Facebook group, even on LinkedIn. You want to follow me? Follow me. I'm easy enough to find. My links are in the description box. Otherwise, my beloved virgins, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed stops of this new moon to full moon next in August. My beloved Virgos, Virgo power, hail, farewell, and blessed be.